And we're back, everybody. I had to fly out to North Carolina, talk to Doug, give him a hug, make sure we're still friends.
All right, so yeah, that was pretty interesting. That was generally once every 2-3 shows we decide that we're done with it, and and the beauty of us recording on YouTube like this is that you get to see the fucking meltdown as it happens. Generally, if there's any comedy content in the meltdown, we'll add it into the show. This time around, probably not.
It was all a bunch of heartfelt, dude, you're fine. Everything's cool, man. Come on. It was a bunch of that horse shit.
So the beauty of it is that's really normally we're pretty honest with each other, but that was probably the most open conversation we've had about this doing the show. And you wouldn't think that there'd be any fucking conversations to have.
So you're gonna hold this thing while I jack off and do it right. See, you can say that kind of bullshit, but I can't really tell you that, Doug, you really hurt my feelings.
You sit here and you talk about,
oh shit.
I talk about fucking your mom. You talk about me being just needing a gravy IV when I inevitably end up in the hospital for a heart condition.
Oh shit. See, that's all to mask our feelings.
Yeah. All right. So
we're
going to try to jump back into this. It's fucking pathetic.
Pathetic. I'm fucking done. Fuck this shit.
So I went outside and smoked a cigarette. It's like 72 degrees here. It's fucking, and I'm holed up in this fucking room. Fucking
it's like 35 degrees outside and rainy.
So anyway, I was out there smoking a cigarette. My daughter came out and I told her, I said, after I get done recording, we're going to go to the grocery store. I feel like I want to cook a big meal.
You need a meal after this shit.
No, I want like steak and potatoes and vegetables and all kinds of shit. But so I don't even know if I told you or not, but my daughter's a vegetarian.
Oh, no, you didn't.
And I can't argue for the reason why she's doing it. She doesn't want to contribute to the death of any animals. That's, if there's any, she loves meat. She constantly talks about she wants meat, but she doesn't want to contribute to. So she feels that if she goes and eats a hamburger, then enough times another cow will die. Because, right?
It's a lot of hamburgers, right?
No,
I understand.
It's simple supply and demand, and if she feels that she lowers the demand, then the supply will lower.
Yeah, but when you think about it, really, what's a cow? Come on, seriously, it's a fucking cow. Anyway,
so I've asked her, how long do you plan on doing this? And she said, until I feel I've made a difference. Okay, that's noble. The problem with it is every day she talks about, God, I want a hamburger.
So I can say the same thing. I haven't eaten meat in like 3 hours. I've made a difference.
So what I told her when I was out there talking to her, I said, how about this? All right, for 2 days, I'll be a vegetarian.
Ugh.
I will not eat any meat, and then you can eat whatever meat you want. So then
it cancels you are such a nice guy. It cancels each other out.
So in my mind, if that's the only reason that she's doing it, then it makes sense.
Right.
But she said, no, I can't do that. I said, why not? She said, because I'm scared that I'll just go crazy with it. And I said, what, like go out to a farm and just start gutting cows? And
I'm going to have 6 cows today. I'll just go crazy with it.
But you want to talk about something that is a pain in the ass. It's having a daughter who is a vegetarian.
That'd be horrible.
Because, so now I'm conscious of where we go out to eat at or what we have for supper.
Yeah.
And
when did she start
to do
this?
whatever. 5 months ago.
Okay.
It was before we moved.
Okay.
And, it used to be just a pain in the ass because I would say, all right, so we're out driving around doing whatever. And then I'd go, all right, we're going to stop and get something to eat. And we'd go somewhere and she wouldn't say anything. Yeah. And we'd sit down It's like, honey, do you know what you're going to get? There's nothing I can eat here. Fuck.
That just makes it worse. I'll just have water.
So, I want to go to a steakhouse. That's, and it's like, do you have anything for a vegetarian? They're all back just shooting cows.
So you got a cow on your plate, a whole cow. You got anything for vegetarians? Nope.
But, I'm proud of her because she decided to do something.
Sure.
And she's not taking the easy way. But she's in that category of, I don't know if she's considered millennial or she's too young. She's 18. But she's in that category where there's as many types of vegetarians as there is genders.
Are you serious?
I am. Yeah.
So how's that work?
So I can look it up real quick, but she is the type of vegetarian that can eat eggs and drink milk.
I thought that was just a regular vegetarian. And if you couldn't eat eggs or milk, that's vegan.
No, but so she can't eat Parmesan cheese, but she can eat all other types of cheese.
Is that really a thing?
Yes, because according to what she's told me, there's a harm that comes to animals to render whatever it is that goes in, one of the ingredients that goes into Parmesan cheese.
Wood pulp? That's all they put in Parmesan cheese is just wood chips.
I don't know that that's true. Allegedly. we don't need the Parmesan cheese moguls coming after us.
Oh,
the last after all the shit that this show's been through, the last thing we need is to be taken down by the Parmesan big cheese.
Big cheese. the Parmesan cheese industrial complex. If we go down, that's how I want it to go. I want somebody knocking on my door. You can't talk about big cheese.
And you open the door and it's Mayor McCheese. Chippers, huh? Yeah, you're going in the fucking wood chipper.
Oh fuck.
But anyway, like I said, I'm happy she's doing it only because she's found something to stand for, and she doesn't judge anybody else that chooses to eat meat or anything. She just doesn't want to be part of harming animals. Which
good. So she's a good vegetarian. That's how vegetarians should be. Eat whatever you want and leave me the fuck alone. Cool. Yeah. I agree with that 100%.
She actually said, she was telling me that she found herself, she was talking to some people at school, and she started realizing that she was having thoughts of they're sitting there eating that meat, and then how pretentious that sounded. This is all her own words.
Yeah. That's awesome. Good. At least she's self-aware.
But all right. So, all right. All right, where do we jump back on this fucking list?
So we've got, I put 2 things on here, and then we've got 2 other stories. We can cover whichever one you'd like. If you want to do one of your stories, there's we can go to this one. Woman arrested for snorting cocaine in parent pickup line.
All right.
Oh shit. This picture is great.
I think she looks kind of hot.
You think so? She's got a trashy thing going, like she'd snort cocaine and waiting to pick up her kid.
All right. This is from WQAD, which is local to Anthony.
Local to me.
And I put this on there, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
But it's local to me, but it's out of Florida.
Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, Fort Myers, Florida. Sheriff's deputy arrested a woman outside a Florida middle school after he allegedly spotting her chopping up and using cocaine while waiting in the parent pickup line Tuesday. The Lee County deputy said he was patrolling Lexington Middle School just before 4 p.m. when he saw 39-year-old Christina Hester snort the drug off the... Why is that highlight? Why is there a link for snort the drug? Do you have that?
Yeah, I'm clicking on it. And It links back to this article.
It just links to.
It links back to this article. Woman arrested for snorting cocaine in school pickup line on Fox News. Why the fuck would they do that?
The deputy took Hester to his office where he arrested her. A field test later determined that half a gram of white powder found in her purse was cocaine, according to WFTX. Hester has been charged with cocaine possession of drug paraphernalia. It wasn't immediately clear if Hester has a child attending the school.
So immediately you can say, hey, you got a kid going here? That's immediate. You got a kid that goes here? Because if you don't, that kid's still waiting to be picked up.
So again, I'd love to talk to this person. Like, I mean, was she doing it, like where she didn't think anybody could see her, or was she just like?
Isn't cocaine a party drug? I mean, I've never done cocaine, so isn't that for partying?
Or it's just an upper, or if you have kids that are fucking assholes, you might want to.
My kid's an asshole. I'm going to snort some coke.
I've been in some high stress situations, especially here lately with work and everything. I don't know that I have ever been under duress enough that I'm like, I need to do a line
off my fucking
here.
iPhone screen.
It'd be great.
It'd be better. Meat.
It'd be better if she did the line off her kid. How you have somebody
parted her hair right down the middle of her hair.
You have somebody bend over and you sign a piece of paper on their back.
That'd be awesome. Oh my God. That's fucking horrible. Oh shit. So this next one that you put on there, I'm pretty sure you put this one on there. This sex state troopers. Come on,
sex
click
buyers.
On it, you stupid. Yeah, why won't it let me click on it? Oh.
No, I got it.
There we go. I got it.
So here's something I don't understand, and this happens ever since we've been using this board.
Yeah.
We don't know which one of us put it up there. It was fucking less than 5 days ago, because that's when the board was created.
That's great. I think I've read a lot of times, not all the time, but a lot of times I'll see an article that you put up and I'm like, oh, I already read that or some version of that. You know what I mean?
All right. A state trooper. Is there a headline? Am I just jumping right? Let me just start right in the middle of the Cook County, Illinois Sheriff.
Just start right in the middle.
Pasture state trooper among 1,000 arrested in sex trafficking operation. All right. A pastor, a state trooper, and a convicted sex offender were among 1,000 people arrested in a month-long period trying to sell or buy sex across the country. The arrests were part of the National John Suppression Initiative, a series of stings aimed at reducing sex trafficking in the United States. During the sting operation from June 28th until Monday, authorities cracked down on 3 Illinois brothels and arrested a convicted child molester in Seattle. The most arrests were in Harris County, Texas, and in Seattle, and Seattle, with 170 and 160 arrests, respectively. Cook County, Illinois Sheriff Thomas J. Dart, the driving force behind the operation, said 37 law enforcement agencies across 17 states rescued 81 adult and juvenile victims. All right. I'm going to get through it before I start ranting, but that's another thing. At least 1,020 sex buyers were arrested and 15 people faced trafficking-related charges, he said. In Arizona, officials said more than 400 people were discouraged from buying sex when they received texts, calls, or web browser redirects informing them about the impact of the illegal sex industry. Bullshit.
Yeah. I got a text message that said, don't buy sex. Huh, crazy. I better not, I guess.
Dart announced Thursday that his office will begin efforts to create a public database that lists sex buyers who are caught for a second or subsequent time. The National John Suppression Initiative operations have led to the arrest of nearly 8,000 sex buyers since 2011. All right. Where do we fucking start with this piece of shit?
Oh, God.
Why? So I understand the argument. The one thing I'm passionate about is that prostitution should be legal. Apparently,
Me too. I think I agree with you 100%. I understand the part about like trafficking where you're forcing these women into it or forcing kids into it. I get that's terrible, but I would say that most of the time that's not the case.
So I don't know what the stats are.
It's like 99% are not forced into it. I just looked it up right now.
Allegedly. The last thing we need is big sex to take our.
We're gonna get big sex and big cheese. They're taking us down. Big sex.
So I hate to steal from a comedian, but I think George Carlin said it best, and I heard this back 15 years ago, and it's always stuck with me. Why is selling legal and fucking is legal, but why is selling fucking illegal? And what doesn't make sense is if you go up to a girl in a bar and say, I'll give you $50 for a blowjob, and she says, okay, that is illegal, and you can go to jail for that.
Right.
But if you go up to a girl and say, hey, let's go out to eat, and you spend $50 and pay for her meal, and then you get a blowjob, perfectly acceptable. That blows my fucking mind.
Or if you say, hey, suck my cock while I film it and I'll give you $50, good to go. We're good to go. All you got to do is film it and you're fucking good.
So is that true? If let's say you were caught up in one of these sting operations.
Yeah.
Right. And you were going to get a hooker and she says, all right, this is undercover. You're busted, whatever the fuck they do. Yeah. And you said, no, I'm a porn producer and here's $50.
Here's $50 after the fact. Here's $50. No, I think that the way it works is that you're not actually the way they get around the loophole is you're not paying for the sex. You're paying for her services as an actress.
Okay. So let's say that you pull up to an undercover cop.
Yeah.
And she is trolling for Johns to try to arrest.
Sure.
And you pull up to her and she says, hey, honey, want to party? And you say, I'm wanting to film a porn and I'll give you $50 to be an actress in it.
Yes.
Is that solicitation of a prostitute?
I don't think so. I don't know. I'm not a fucking lawyer. Don't listen to me. I'm not a fucking lawyer.
I'm writing it down right now just in case that.
Yes, do that. Just that's your defense every time. Carry a video camera.
Fuck, everybody's got a camera on their cell phone. That's your get out of jail free card for fucking.
That's right. How is it? Oh God, that just makes me so mad because what the people they bust usually are just lonely losers that just want to. I mean, God, they just want to stick their dick in something that isn't fake. You know what I mean? And nope, now you're going to jail.
We talked about this.
Yeah, when I fuck a prostitute, you know,
yeah, it's weird. So, but I can understand the angle that prostitution. So if you made it legal across the United States, then okay. So it's legal in Las Vegas or Nevada, not Las Vegas, but
there's a couple of counties in Nevada.
Right.
Yeah.
And so do you think that there's a huge child sex ring where they're carting all these underage sex slaves into them counties in Nevada?
So it's legal it's being a streetwalker still isn't legal. You can't just.
So I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying where they've made it legal, in the places they made it legal. Do you think that we are carting in all kinds of sex slaves into them counties? And the answer is no.
Oh, absolutely not. Because
it is so governed and controlled. You know, when you go there and fuck one of them, you're going to be clean. You know that because they get tested every fucking week or twice a week or whatever it is.
Yep.
They know they're safe. Right.
Yeah, there's not pimps. I mean, in the
there are
traditional sense. There are, but not really, you know, not like a big dude that's gonna whoop your ass, you know what I mean? Bitch better have my money.
Oh, you mean black?
No, dog. That's racist, man. Man. Come on, man. So if I don't even think it should be regulated. I think if a woman wakes up in the morning and says, you know what? I'm going to sell my ass today. Who am I to say no? It's your ass. Sell it.
So I agree with you that it shouldn't be regulated, but where I have a problem with it is, so whether you regulate it or don't regulate it or whatever, there's going to be fucking assholes that go out there and kidnap kids and sell them into the sex slave industry for people that like to fuck kids.
Right.
So that's what you should be targeting. You shouldn't be targeting the guy that lives with his mom who is socially awkward and wants to have sex.
Yes. And that's what they target with these stupid fucking operations where they send these women out on the streets to pretend to be prostitutes. That's fucking horrible. They should be ashamed of themselves.
Do you think that any kids have been saved because of these text notifications that have been sent out to that
I'm going to say no.
Right.
What, you know what? Just to make myself feel better, I'm going to say yes. Lots.
The only thing they're doing is making themselves feel better, ruining marriages, ruining people's lives. Now they're creating this fucking list of people, so that's just another way of tracking. And the way that the sexual predators list has turned into this thing that it doesn't matter why you're on the list. There's people that I've worked with that they were 18 and dating somebody that's 17, and then the relationship turns south, and then the 17-year-old's parents turn him in for statutory rape.
Yeah.
Same as somebody that goes out and kidnaps kids and fucking rapes them. He's treated the same way.
Exactly. And it's not right. I mean,
and then the shit that happens now where just like what we talked about last week with it's okay to have sex with somebody in these certain states or whatever at this age limit, but they can't send you a picture of themselves naked because then that's sexual or
child pornography.
Yeah. But you can fuck them legally. You just can't have a picture of them. It's so it all gets convoluted and God, it's fucking stupid. God. But whatever.
But whatever. At least we got that problem solved. But whatever.
I want to run for fucking president.
I think you should run for city council of North Carolina. Is that a thing? North Carolina City Council.
My first thing is going to make prostitution legal here.
Yes, just in your county. Hey, you could be. Yeah, you should do that. Think about the money you could bring into your county.
Not if you eat where you work or whatever the fuck they.
What? You never shit where you eat. Not if you eat where you work. Same thing, right? Not if you eat where you work. That was pretty funny. Oh, fuck. Oh, my God. So I found this. It's not really a. I mean, it's an article, but it's not really a story, I guess. But I don't know if you saw this or not. But it's titled "My Pee Hole is in the Wrong Place and Other Penis Problems You Can Be Born With." Did you see that?
Okay. Go ahead. Yeah. Penis problems.
Penis problems.
My pee hole is in the wrong place.
So it's the condition penile testicular agenesis. Penile agenesis is the absence of the shaft altogether. So it looks like a smooth bump with a wrinkly scrotum hanging below.
I think I've got this. Hold on.
Men with penile agenesis don't produce the reproductive hormone at any point in their life, and thus they fail to mature through puberty. So basically what this is, it tells what it is, what it looks like, what it does, and then how they fix it. So I'll just go through these real quick. That was the first one, is penile testicular agenesis. The next one is what's that?
Read the
fix.
Read the article. No. The paragraph above the first one that you just read.
Unless you go looking for it, it's easy to live in the dark as to what other types of dicks out there are what other types of dicks are out there. In fact, all sorts of shapes and sizes of dicks can be handed to you at your birth in the Great Dick Lottery. Bent dicks, double dicks, inside out dicks, chief among them. Isn't that a vagina? but for some, those dicks come with serious problems. So let's take a look at all the different types of difficult dicks together.
You ever seen From Dusk Till Dawn?
Yes.
Pussy, pussy, pussy. We got every pussy, tight pussy. Bent dicks, double dicks, inside out dicks.
I love it. Wasn't that Cheech or was that Chong?
Yeah. Cheech.
Diphalia, one dick plus another dick right next to it. So like this podcast. Some diphalic men may have two penises of normal size, while others may have one or both that are small or malformed. I just have one that's small. So, do I have this? Though you can consider to be ambidextrous, that's a stupid joke. Diphilia
That's
does
funny.
come with a handful of other downsides, including increased risk of spinal bifida. That's not funny. And a higher mortality rate due to infections in the more complex renal and colorectal systems. There is one reported case of a dude with two functioning penises and very few complications. And his AMA on Reddit is 10,000% worth your time. I was this close to pulling that AMA up for the show, but I got distracted and didn't do it. So maybe next time.
Didn't we talk about this? Being born with two dicks? Yeah,
we did.
That buddy of yours.
Yeah, he sent that in with the two-headed chick, remember? Yeah. So we were on to something here. Webbed penis. Picture your ball sack not ending at the base of your shaft, but instead extending down the shaft towards the head, not unlike a turkey's waddle. God, that would be horrible.
It depends how far down it went. I think it would be kind of neat.
I think it would be kind of neat. Neato. Gobble, 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 gobble. That would be horrible.
You whip it out at Thanksgiving and
oh, and this one is Peyronie's disease. Instead of aiming straight like an arrow or even curving just a little, the penis will dogleg severely left, right, or up down in the middle of the shaft, affecting roughly 5% of the male population and often due to injury or trauma later in life rather than something men are born with. It's way funnier if you're born with it.
Hey, so out of all of them that we've read so far, I would assume that somebody that listens to this show has one of them.
Yeah.
I would have to.
This one's
The
probably the, yeah, I would think, right? I mean,
yeah, but that's just broken dick. It says that's, you know, I could imagine getting that as a kid when you're jerking off and then somebody walks in and you hurry up and flip over and break your dick on the bed or something. But like the gobble gobble one, I would like
the gobble gobble one.
If you've got a gobble gobble dick and you listen, I please call the voicemail.
Nope. Send us a picture. Fuck the voicemail unless you're going to flap your dick on the voicemail. Gobble, gobble, gobble. Penoscrotal transposition. Imagine your penis and scrotum get flipped, or that your scrotum is basically anywhere but where it should be. Though extremely rare, a penoscrotal transposition can compared with gastrointestinal abnormalities. That doesn't really go into a whole lot of detail on that one, but I guess you don't need a whole lot of detail. Hypospadias.
The funny thing about that would be, so you grow up and let's say your balls are 6 inches above your shaft, like right between your shaft and your belly button. So, you know, you're going to school every day and your parents don't want you to feel odder. So they don't tell you that you're weird. So you're just walking around with your balls hanging out of your waistband.
Like, yeah, I do that anyways. What's the problem?
God, that would be weird.
Oh my God. Hypospadias. In most cases, you've got a normal looking penis. Only the pee hole is in the wrong place. At the bottom of the head, or in severe cases along the side of the shaft. God, that would be horrible. Like a hole in the side of a hose.
That would be awesome. I would want that.
You would? On the side?
Yeah, I would like to pick where like at the end of my finger. So if I could just
I don't think that's how it works.
If I could just like point at the toilet and then you're just sitting there peeing into the toilet.
Here, let me stir your drink for you. Oh my God.
It would suck if it was like if your pee hole was right at the base pointing straight up. So you would have to stand on your head to go piss.
It'd be even better if it was in your butthole. So you peed and pooped at the same time.
What if it was in the roof of your mouth?
No, what if your butthole was in your pee hole? So you poop turds out of your butthole and your pee hole. Wait, I'm confused. Did you say the roof of your mouth? Every time you piss all over your tongue. Oh my God. Cordy, some kind of dog. Unlike Peyronie's disease, where the shaft is bent in the middle, Cordy is a condition in which only the head bends upward or downwards. What the fuck? In mild cases, Cordy is merely a cosmetic issue. You just have a tilted helmet.
It's like a little British boy, like, good day, mate.
Hey,
hello, governor. I'm picturing like the picture of like a World War II soldier with his hat tilted to the side,
Hello, governor. I love it. All right, here's where we get into what I've got. Microphallus. Exactly what you'd expect. An abnormally tiny penis. That's the whole description. And it says what it does. A microphallus is caused by an infantile hormonal or testosterone deficiency and can lead to a condition called hypogonadotrophic hypogonadism, gonorrhea. That may result in delayed or absent puberty, low libido, and infertility. So I got that, just so you know, just so everybody knows. Oh, no, wait. This is the one I've got. Sorry. I was confused. Buried penis.
Yeah, I can relate to this.
A normal sized penis buried below the flab of stomach fat. That's the one I got. There are two forms of buried penis. Go ahead.
All right. So while I am fat, I don't have that. So, when you see somebody that they tighten their belt up,
yeah,
and then it's like they've got a whole nother stomach under their belt that sticks out,
Yes.
All right. So I don't have that.
That's good.
But I think that's what they're talking about here, right?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
I would have to guess.
So what I've got is since I started gaining weight, since before after high school and everything, as my body goes out, it expands.
Yeah.
My dick goes like that. So I have the ability, so when I get hard, it's back to normal size again. But if it's cold out and I've just eaten, it's gone.
It's gone.
It's like a little button.
Like a little button. Oh, how cute. Cute as a button.
Yeah.
Fuck. Right. Oh, yeah. So cute. Oh, that was the last one. I didn't realize that was the last one.
The man who lost his penis to obesity. Fuck off.
Oh, God.
So I don't know if I want to do this officially or what, but Dave over on Bad Cop, so if you guys haven't listened to that yet, please go over there and listen to it. They're fucking hysterical. But he's in a diet. We're doing a diet right now.
Yeah.
I was thinking about challenging him to like a weight loss competition, but I'm hesitant to do it.
Why?
Well, because it would be embarrassing if I lost.
All right.
But I was thinking like a percentage, percentage of your total weight over 2 months. Whoever loses the highest percentage.
Is he large?
Well, I think he's a little overweight, but he's like 6'4" or some shit. So,
Oh, all right.
no, he's not like all pudgy and bloated like I am.
Pudgy. All pudgy. I love that.
I can take a shit and lose fucking 10% of my body weight on any given time, you know. So I got a head start. But anyway, I don't know.
Shit.
What else we got here?
So I put on here a note for myself. Informed consent. Do you know what, or affirmative consent? I'm sorry. Have you ever heard of affirmative consent?
I'm guessing that's where you have to have somebody sign something to.
Not exactly. So in California, they are teaching as part of their sex education curriculum. They just passed this law that you have to get affirmative consent to have sex. And the way they're teaching it is that every 10 minutes, you have to ask if what you're doing is okay. And everything that you do, you have to ask if that is okay. If you are sitting next to somebody, can I put my arm around you? Yes. Can I kiss you? Yes. And you have to have they're teaching yes means yes instead of they're trying to prevent rape by reclassifying everything as rape or sexual assault. And it's just crazy to me. I mean, they're teaching this to 10-year-old kids, and the article that I read, I should have linked it, but I didn't. The article was the kids were confused, you know? So what we have to ask every 10 minutes during a sexual encounter, if what we're doing is okay. And if we can keep continuing what we're doing. And it seems so anti-human nature, right?
Well, so I think that this obviously is a fake article because I don't know of any sexual things that last 10 minutes that you have to worry about.
Perfect. Out of all the angles we could have taken, I didn't. That was the one I wasn't ready for. Perfect. Oh, that's great.
Is it okay if I put my arm around you? Yes. Is it okay if I kiss you? Yes. Is it okay?
Was that okay? Was it okay if I just came in my pants? Would it be okay if you washed them and made me a sandwich? Oh shit!
Well, fuck.
I think that covers everything on our list, unless you got something else.
I wish that we would have recorded our off-air conversation from the breakdown.
Do you really? Why?
I don't know. I just thought it would have been good. A little behind the curtain look. A little behind the curtain look into this latest debacle.
I would like to say that it won't happen again next week, but we both know that's not true. I don't want to lie to our fans, you know.
All right.
The important thing is that we hugged it out. We're still friends. Everything's good. The show will continue. You don't have to worry about losing your precious show. I know that's all you fuckers care about.
You think anybody gives a shit? I'm still convinced that nobody even listens.
Nobody cares. Is there anybody on our in our chat right now or whatever, or watching?
Aren't you? You're the one that's supposed to be monitoring it.
There's nothing in the chat, but I can't tell if there's anybody watching.
Yeah, there's people watching.
I know there's nobody chatting. They probably just said we don't want to chat because they're like right on the edge of fucking mental breakdown every single show. Oh fuck! I can't help it. I'm a fragile human being.
When you're editing the show, are you going to allude to the breakdown at all? Or are you going to cut it all out and people won't even know?
I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I was going to talk to you about that, and I'm not sure. I guess I got to see how it plays out and how it sounds. Because it'd be great if we don't even allude to it on the show. Nobody would ever know except for the 5 people that watched or whatever.
Oh, I think I would prefer that there's never any conversation as to. I think I'd prefer to keep the train wrecks that aren't funny quiet. I mean, I don't advertise. Hey, listen to us melt down yet again.
Oh shit! All I can say is the important thing is that we keep going.
The great thing was that this was going to be the show we were going to do in one take, sit down, record.
Yep.
We started it off with an hour of technical difficulties.
So we are 1 hour and 59 minutes into the recording. I just looked at the Reaper thing.
All right.
All right. I gotta go.
All right. Well, we will see all you guys later.
Thanks for joining us.
If you made it through this fucking thing.
Yeah, both episodes live. This is the way you grow an audience right here.
Is your labia hanging out?
Yeah. We will play the rap.
Don't forget about the Hush Your Face promo, or did you already? Or not to Hush Your Face, but the Culture promo.
Oh shit! Yeah, I got to play that. Sorry, you'll get that later. God damn it! I don't even know where the fuck it's at.
Do you want me just to add it in?
I want you to make sure I want you to edit all this out.
Okay, I will. Don't. I'm going to leave this in though. Go to our website and subscribe on iTunes. Leave us a review. We don't have enough reviews. Somebody leave us a review. We have all 5-star reviews. Let's see what you can do about that. Come on.
Did you see the GIF I made? So if you're watching, I don't know who's watching this on YouTube, but show's over. You can leave now.
Show's over. Get the fuck out.
Where I don't even know where I can find that thing.
Didn't I send it to you? Oh wait, no.
I'm the one that sent it to you.
Yeah. You just played it earlier in the show.
Yeah, but that's when I had my computer hooked up.
Oh. I'll just add it in.
Oh, I know where it's at. All right. God, we got no fucking business, man.
Love it.
Here we go. All right.
Psst. Hey guys, it's me, Mark James from Poop Culture. I don't have long, but I'm contacting you from the future. I can't go into details yet, but you need to subscribe to all the shows on the PCEU. It is imperative. In the future, they're huge. You have the Bocephus Broadcast, Hysteria 51, the Video Rangers, Poop Culture, the Bro-Rons Podcast, Be Kind and Rewind, the Boondoggle, Who's Right, the Mockers, and Just in Time Podcast. If you can find a computer terminal, go to www.poopculture.com. You can listen to all the shows right from there. I can't say much. If you're listening to this and you're part of the resistance, code word, moist crevice. Mark James, over and peace out.
Professional fucking job over there.
How did we get wrapped up in something like that?
I think by the time anybody hears this, there's going to be actually, it was just announced yesterday. I think they added the Vantucky. I'm sure I'm mangling the fucking name, but yeah, there's one more podcast. No, Vantucky with a V.
That's vagina.
So I'm going to need you. We went through this with Hush Your Face, and of course it fucking blew up on us. But I'm going to need you to, when you're listening to a podcast at work, at least once a week, just pick one from the PCEU and listen to it.
Gotcha.
And then I'm going to pick one, and then we can at least try to promote the other shows within our network.
Gotcha.
And if it's bad, we'll just say, hey, yeah, I listened to them, whatever. We're not going to badmouth people on our network. We're not going to do that with these guys.
Gotcha.
It's like I just took away your reason for living.
Okay. Okay.
Now I do know that the other networks listen to, or the other people on the show listen to the other shows on the network. So for the first time, this will probably be the first episode that they hear of ours.
Okay.
Feel free to badmouth us. We will not get upset. We will not get upset. We are not protective of our, as you can tell, we're not protective of our content.
Please talk shit.
You can even steal our ideas.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Do it.
I don't know what the fuck.
If you want to start a podcast with two dudes just talking to each other, that we did that. This is us. We pioneered that. You can steal that.
So if you don't like our content and you want to bash us on your show, feel free. We won't get upset. I won't be mad at the network. The
best part is going to be when they do and we get pissed off about it.
All right.
Oh shit. Anything that
All right,
you already know.
Is there anything else you want to talk about?
All I want to say is subscribe on iTunes and leave us a review. I want more reviews. That's what I want to read. What you people have to say. I want to know what people think. I want some fucking feedback. Leave some comments.
I don't
on
think
YouTube
anybody
also.
listens to this. I think all them numbers are bullshit. We say whatever we want and nobody ever corrects us or anything.
I know. I don't like that. Correct us. Tell us. Somebody other than John correspond with us. Leave us a voicemail. Something.
Hey, I think I know what I want you to do. This whole thing we did with the PCEU.
Yeah.
I want that to be I want it right in the middle of the show.
Okay.
And where we had our meltdown.
Yeah.
That can be the cutoff. So instead of when we said goodbye and then we shut off the show.
Yeah.
Just drop in the PCEU thing.
Yeah.
And then pick it back up because the second half of the show wasn't nearly as strong as the first half of the show.
Right.
Because we were both so emotionally drained from our outpouring to each other.
Right.
And I don't want people to have, I would like to promote the network the best that we can early on while people are still. So we even lost this one.
We even lost somebody during your speech.
Yeah. They just dropped out. Fucking I'm out.
Fuck, I can't handle this. All right. I got to go.
I don't like the doing the live thing, man.
I don't either.
When there at one point there was a couple people in here, I think 5, whatever, and I felt this huge pressure, like I'm talking specifically to those 5 people, and we have to be funny for them right now. Go,
and you don't even know who they are.
Yeah, and then when there's 0, like right now there's 0, it's like nobody even fucking cares. Why am I even doing this?
What the fuck is the difference?
All right, I don't know what this is, but we'll see what happens here. All right, everybody. Thank you for joining us again.
Hey, what's up? I am testing this recording thing.
You gonna say goodbye, Anthony?
Recording our conversation.
Yeah, I was laughing. Every time I hear this, it cracks me up. Every single time.
Me moving the microphone around, or your voice on your speaker. So am I going to have to zip the file and send it to you? I know what it is. I don't have one. Yeah. Do you have Dropbox? Is there a limit to the file size? Wave file. Wave file. All right. Wave files.
Is that like a Microsoft deal?
All right. Well, I'll give that a try. There's one. A Microsoft deal.
So, all right. After this, we're gonna go. But the funny thing about that, when we first, that was from like the first week we started the podcast.
Oh yeah, that's fucking forever ago.
And so I was recording because I don't know shit about recording, and I had set up just started recording by myself. And then I called Anthony and I was trying to figure out how we were going to move the messages back or move the audio back and forth and whatnot. And I recorded the conversation, and then I just got bored and decided to cut it up into little sections, moving shit around, copy and pasting.
Yep.
And I took the end result and sent it to Anthony because I thought it was funny, just of me babbling. And then Anthony is a bit of a I don't know if I want to say a music producer because that makes it sound like you're paid.
Not only am I not paid, I'm not good at it. So
Anthony likes to tinker with sound.
There you go.
So he created that drum beat and put it in the background of it, which I thought was fucking hysterical, and we've ended up using it. So if anybody wondered where that came from, that's where it came from.
Yeah, and every time I hear it, I think it's funny. It makes me laugh every time.
All right. So, fuck, I hope we're better next week. There's going to come to a point where we're just going to say, fuck it, it's not fun anymore.
Not this week, though. Wait.
It was close.
All right, I'm stopping this recording. Bye.